right. Um, so this is Superior Drummer 3. When you pull it up, um, stock, um, I think it's great. Even this kit is awesome. I've used it on some more like rock oriented stuff. But anyway, let's pull up. Okay, I see they have them broken down to darkness and death. Let's do death first because death is it's death and darkness. Let's do death. Cool. So I think this one's the Mark Lewis kit, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, that sounds good already. Cool. So like I said, first, by the way, is my voice coming in too hot for you guys? Am I like blowing your ears out right now? Give me a yes or a no. What I'll do is I'll grab some. I actually picked up several. Cool. I actually picked up several MIDI packs since the last time that Toontrack recently released. This is so weird. Looking at this, and like I said, I haven't touched any of this stuff yet. This is their new MIDI pack called Death Like Fusion, and it's a Sean Reinert pack, who's sadly not with us anymore. And yeah, this is like him playing drums. So it's kind of weird. Let's see here. What do we got? Ooh. I'm guessing that's Evolutionary Sleeper. That's cool. Let's see. What does this sound like? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop these MIDI grooves into the session so that we have, like a cool performance just to demo the sounds out. And then we'll start going through some presets. So I'll drag this intro here. Let me change my to drum map. What I'm doing now is opening my preset for Superior Drummer. Okay. This is just like the order in which I put my drums in the MIDI map here. So let's see. Cool. I'm just gonna drag each one of these over here. I'll just grab like the intro, verse, pre-chorus. I'll just do them like right in order so that we have something to go off of. Yeah, highly recommend the MIDI packs from Toontrack. I'm not like sitting here trying to sell stuff for them either. Like this is just like legitimately a company that I think is very sick and makes my life way easier. Get ideas for drum grooves and all that. So, oh, and then there's fills too. Cool. Yeah, this is just like I'm guessing this is just the default sound, and it sounds. There's no I have nothing. See, I mean, there's I'm clipping, of course. I have nothing on this. Zero things. This is just. Yeah, maybe it is a little loud. I'll back it down a little bit. Cool. Maybe a little less. Cool. Yeah, there's nothing on this. So I think that the first thing that I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to go through and just show you guys like the presets and like what you get like out of the box. I always appreciate that. I think actually the thing that sold me on Superior Drummer 3 was a video that Ola England did where he kind of did the same thing that I'm doing now. He just went through the presets and just shrugged his shoulders and was like, well, shit, I don't really know if I can make that sound any better. And at which point I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just get this then. All right, cool. Yeah, Ola's sick. I've been watching his videos since 2010 probably. All right, cool. So let's go through some of these sounds here. Sorry, phone is buzzing. Man, so like I don't know if any of you guys used have used like the previous version of Superior Drummer 2, but I think it's really sick how in all these new versions, or in the new version of Superior Drummer, they have these fucking killer graphics. Because I remember on Easy Drummer, they would always have the really crazy looking graphics like this on the drums, and then in Superior, they would just have, kind of stock looking drum kits. So I think it's cool that they've like done this. It just makes the whole thing a whole lot more. It makes the whole thing just like a whole lot cooler. What up? How's it going? Is Jared still playing drums for us? Yeah, of course. Jared's the man. I think Wes Hauck did a demo for this expansion. Yeah, he did a playthrough of his. I feel like he was like also demoing his pickup from Seymour Duncan. Do you ever use the built-in MIDI editor in Superior 3? Personally, no, I do not. I've messed around with it on like on my laptop, like if I'm writing on tour or whatever, and it's cool. Like it helps you like get the layout of a song down. It's just for me, I'm like so used to just like opening up the MIDI within my DAW that I it's just easier for me to do it that way. Plus, like I feel like when you want to get really specific with like hits, especially for like death metal, which requires like quite a bit of precision when it comes to like locking up the kicks and the guitar parts and the bass parts. I find it's just easier for me personally to use the DAW editor. But like if you're just trying to sketch out a song, this MIDI section down here is great for that. So anyway, let's so I'll just let it play a little bit. And like I said, there's nothing on this plugin wise. We'll throw some stuff on later, but I just want to show you guys what we're working with. Sounds pretty good. Like I said, this is just the default. I don't think there's too much going on here. Yeah, see, there's not even. Yeah, there's nothing going on here. No plugins, nothing. So this is straight up just the drums. Probably tracked right into the desk. Sounds pretty sick. Yeah, Superior Drummer 3 is real sick too because it has this tracker feature on it where you can basically drop in audio to get MIDI, which could be useful for. It's from what I understand, it's basically the same thing that like say like Slate Trigger does, where you can take like a kick track and drag and drop it into here, and it'll generate hit points based on the audio, and you can get MIDI out of it, so you can do sample blending or sample replacement. By the way, your stream inspired me to try and write and record my own stuff. Kind of sucks, but I'm really proud that I was able to come up with anything at all. Yeah, I mean, the only way you're going to get better at it is by continuing to do it. And I've heard this a lot, but people say that if you sound good all the time, you're not getting any better. So just remember that if you're ever getting bummed out with thinking you don't sound sick or whatever, just remember that you never grow if you sound great all the time. which is a hard thing for a lot of musicians, especially guitarists, to understand. This looks great. I've used GarageBand and I guess that's supposed to be Get Good Drums for a couple of years, and it sounds terrible. I've actually never used the Get Good Drums. I mean, everything that I've heard sounds good. I just don't have any personal experience with it. I've always just kind of been a Toontrack guy. All right, so let's okay, these are the presets. Oh, okay. Let's I want to hear Mark's presets. So let's pull let's see. Okay. So default. Okay. Just want to make sure. All right, cool. So let's pull up Mark's presets. This one is called BB Ocean Blue. Yeah, now we got some more stuff going on. This is a very reverberant preset. Snare sounds good. Big, huge toms. Yeah, I like how in I can't remember if this was a feature in Superior 2 or not, but you got, it looks like this is 3 samples at once going, so you have that, and that. And I'm guessing that depending on the velocity, it's triggering 1, 2, or 3 of them at the same time. But yeah, when you combine all of them, you get that nice full sound. Toms are just straight up. Kicks, we got real clicky one, and then a bigger sounding one. So together you get that. Turn that up in my headphones a little bit. Man, that's got to be one of the best Chinas that I've ever heard. Man, this sounds really good. This MIDI pack is sick too. This is Paul Paul, sorry. Sean just shredding. Very sick so far. All right, let's pull up another preset. Sick. Everything coming through okay on the other end, guys? Nothing clipping out or anything like that. This one's called BB Roomy. Sounds really good. Man, the overheads on this sound so good. I wonder if I can just hear those overheads. It's kind of a complicated routing here. Tom, snare, kick. Tom. Let me see. sick. I think that's just... I think that's an overhead. It could be... Nah, I don't think that's a room mic. Yeah, this sounds very, very sick so far. Both of these so far are a little more reverberant than something that I would use. But just dialing the reverb back a little bit would probably fix that. Sounds really good. Lower tune snares for river stuff. I guess it really depends. I used to be like a... Well, I guess let me put it this way. I guess some of my like favorite snares in metal. I like a really snary sounding snare, like a real like you know, less top end and more of like that, like kind of like fat low end, like a very snary, like you know, the snare on Organic Hallucinosis, or even like I'm gonna get burned at the stake for this, but I love the way the snare on Planetary Duality sounds. It's, I don't know, I just think it sounds like even though like obviously like it's super modern production for that time, I love the way that snare drum sounds. It's like, it sounds kind of bad but in like a cool way. I also really like the snare on Watershed from Opeth. That's just generally my favorite sounding metal record in modern times. But on the newer stuff for Rivers, I've been kind of going for more of like a cracky snare. Like that's probably pretty close to what I would go for. But yeah, I don't know. It really depends on the song. Yeah, Carson, the guy who mixed our record, he tends to mix snares with a lot, like a real full sounding low end, like the big fat like shoosh kind of sound, you know. Sounds pretty sick. Let's jump to the next one. Beauty in the Breakup. I'm wondering if this has something to do with Bury Your Dead, because you know, Beauty in the Breakdown. Yeah, different kit here. I think they said there's 9 kits in this collection. Yeah, these all sound really sick so far. This is a very different kit than the other one, but it sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, it really depends, honestly, like on the song. Like, you know, like I would never put like a Deftones snare on a Rivers of Nile record. You know what I mean? Like, it just really, it depends on the purpose. You know, so I'm like, I wouldn't really say that I have any set you know, things that I like, you know, in general. I'm kind of like more of like if it serves the song kind of mentality. So yeah, let's throw some more on. Let's see. So we did Beauty in the Breakup. Corpse. This is obviously Cannibal Corpse, because Mark did their Skeletal Domain record a couple years ago. See if I can find any like blasts, just since it's Cannibal Corpse. Yeah, it does have that Paul kind of thing going on. Yeah. Sounds sick. All right, let's see. Throw some. Yeah, Mark's toms are huge sounding. And this was recorded. I guess they did the session for these drums at Sonic Ranch Studios, which is, you know, the legendary death metal recording studio. I forget where that is. It might be in Nevada, probably, or maybe it's, no. I think it's in Texas. I think it's in Texas. Yeah, sounds sick. Dane. Is this a Dane Cook signature drum sound? Oh, let it load completely. Sorry. Yeah. Look at these here. Okay. I always like to just kind of fish around in the settings whenever I get anything new. I like how you can really hear the character of the room in all these so far. Yeah. That's the one thing that sets my OCD meter off is with Superior Drummer is how the one kick, it's just the one kick. I don't know if the other one ever picks up, like for really fast double bass stuff. I mean, maybe someone would play that with one foot. I just think it's funny. Yeah, sounds sick. This is 5 snares at once. 5 snare samples at once. Got like a swooshy kind of loose snare sound on that one. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see. So these are for like rim shots. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's how they have them broken down. I guess I never realized that. Interesting. All right, cool. All right, let's throw a different preset. Let's see. We'll do DC. Different kit here. Yeah, and this is $179. So it's not that bad for what you're getting. You're getting 2 enormous libraries from dudes that definitely know what they're doing. I think this one's my favorite one so far. Yeah, cheaper than a drum set. Yeah, Jason, I think this one sounds real sick. I mean, like, I don't mean that, like, I think it sounds necessarily any better than the other ones. I just mean for me, I would probably go for this kit, more than likely. I like the way that the, it sounds terrible to say, but for death metal, I like a almost completely, like, zero dynamics on the kicks. And this is pretty triggery. Not like Infinite Annihilator trickery, but like I would use this for Rivers stuff, absolutely. This will run on Mac as well, um, Mac and PC. Yeah, this kit is great. What is it? Oh, whoa. Okay. Um, okay. Let me see. So the DC one is very sick. I'm gonna remember that for later. What's this one? Dirty Grind. And keep in mind, dudes, and dudettes, um, this is no processing on my end. This is literally just out of the box. This is what you get. Um, no. I mean, it'll work on Mac. I was just saying he was saying that he just needs to get a PC. Um, but I was saying that this works on Mac and PC. I just use PC for. I mean, that's what I started on was a PC. So I use PC for my recording setup, but I do have a MacBook for like mobile things. Why you bought PC, not Mac? It's just I don't know. I just I learned on PC and I'm faster with it, and I think you can get slightly better specs out of a PC at a lower price point. Like this computer I'm working on now is super decked out performance wise, and it's probably still cheaper than like the lowest line MacBook that I could have gotten. This is a much drier kit. I still can't get over how sick these like specifically the cymbals sound on this. It sounds really good. Yeah, I mean, I love the like elegant workflow of Macs. I think they're very seamless, and they have beautiful transitions and all that stuff. But and they have a lot more compatibility with or not compatibility, but should I say a lot of recording companies that develop software for recording programs. A lot of them develop them natively on Mac, so a lot of times stuff will work a little better on Mac. It's getting there with Windows. It's a lot better than it used to be. But yeah, like I was actually just thinking about getting a new MacBook a couple days ago, and I went on and the cheapest MacBook I could have gotten for what I need was $2,000, and I mean that was like bare minimum, requirements. And I mean this computer that I'm on now was probably about a $1,700 build, and if I threw a graphics card, a sick graphics card in this thing, I could probably like, make a freaking Lord of the Rings movie on it. It's just totally decked out. So yeah, it's just there's both things are great. It's just really whatever works for you and how much money you want to spend. Yeah, we use Logic Live for like our click tracks and samples and patch changes. So I use Live. I use Mac every single show and use Logic every single show. So this is just my home setup. This is what I'm comfortable working on at home. Yes, sounds great. This is a much drier kit. Probably would let's see. Get some faster blasts in here. Maybe what we'll do is after we go through these sounds, I'll open up that project of the song we were working on the other day and maybe drop these drums in there and see how they sound. That sounds sick. Yeah, this kit is definitely like... Yeah, sounds sick. Very, very tight. Very tight sound. All right, let's pull up some other sounds. Jeff tones. That's funny. Fucking Jeff. Okay, I see what this is. Sounds like the drums on White Pony. Sounds sick. Hell yeah, that sounds great. I'll definitely be using that one for some stuff. I've gotten kind of spoiled with this new computer that I have, because it can just handle so much that I've been like doing like 4 different drum kits on every song. Like if I want a, real tight kit for one part, and then I have like this big open part, I'll just use another kit. Why not? I'm only using 10% of my RAM. But I'll definitely be using that Jeff Tones one. That sounds real nice. Yeah, Hackintosh. I don't know too much about how that whole thing works, but seems interesting to me. I guess like I just really like I was saying before, I guess I just really like the elegant, workflow of the Mac. Like I feel like PCs are a little more I don't even know how I would describe it. They're just not as like pretty, I guess. So I do like that about Macs. This is like a Doom kit. Much fatter sound. Sounds sick. Fat Tech. I'll probably like this one. You can really hear that when that kick comes in. You can really hear the room mics. Turn that off. Get like a closer sound like that. Favorite drum sound from an album? It would probably, yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Probably Watershed. I really like the drums on that record. As far as it's just like a really balanced drum sound. I think, like it serves its purpose. Like there's blasts on it, and it works for that sound. There's some like really intense death metal drumming on that record, and it works for that sound. But it also really works for like the quieter parts. So I think I think Watershed is like that for me personally. I think Jens Bogren just like knocked that one out of the park in every single way, as did the guys in the band. Um, but yeah, I think that record sounds really good. I've been a fan of Will Yip's mixes lately. It's not necessarily, well, I guess it is metal. He did the new Code Orange record, but that's not what I'm specifically talking about. He's done the band. I mean, he's done the band Nothing. Then what's some other record? I really like the way that Nothing record sounds. He's done this band called Pianos Become the Teeth. I really like the way the drums on those records sounds. And he did the new Caspian record, which is one of my favorite post rock bands. I've been really digging on his mixes lately. It's a totally different thing from like what I would go for my band, but I just think he gets some really nice sounds. So yeah, Fat Tech. Sounds great. Jaminator. Yeah, this room that they did these in sounds really, really good. It's like, I don't know if this, if like, if anyone will be able to like relate to this, but man, I guess I started recording in 2011, maybe. I started learning about recording in 2011. And just how far this stuff has come is ridiculous. It's like, I remember getting my first copy of Drum Kit from Hell, and I didn't know anything about audio then, so I just like threw an EQ on it, I bust everything out, separate channels, because I thought I knew what I was doing. And I took the kick and just just dimed the treble because I wanted that clicky. It sounded horrible, but back then I felt like you had to, stuff still sounded really good back then, but I feel like you had to do a lot more to get it to sound 100% there. But like, this is like, I'm not doing anything to this, and I think it sounds super sick. This is the new flavor. So this might be a reference to Coal Chamber, since Mark did that last Coal Chamber record. I'm personally not a fan of snares that do that, but I understand that they serve a purpose, and it's it sounds good for what it is. I just don't like that. I don't like the ring on snares. That's probably a flaw. I should learn to appreciate that more, I think, but I like my snares to be nice. Oh, maybe this will be it. Dry. A little bit. This is like a dry version of that. Maybe I should say I don't not like snares that have that ringing to it. I guess it's just, again, application. Like, I could see on like a big like rock record how something like that might be better than a really tight snare sound that you would use on like a death metal song. So yeah, pretty much the same thing, just with less room, it sounds like. Ringer, here we go. It's less ringy than the last one. Sick. Ringer backbeat. Yeah, sounds great. Shiny Death. Is everybody enjoying this? I don't know. I've never done like a product demo like this, like specifically, so I don't know if this is interesting at all. I just figured, I like to see stuff, how stuff works and how stuff sounds before I buy it. So I figured, for the few of you that are like that, maybe this will be helpful. Yeah, I really, man, just the room sounds so good. Sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll throw some plugins on some little tiny things that I would typically do in a mix after this one here. So this is the last Mark Lewis preset, and we haven't even. I didn't even do any of these. I didn't even do any of these Toontrack presets. Maybe we'll check a couple of those too. Yeah, all this stuff it sounds, if you don't know anything about recording, you could just take this and use your ear to balance the volume of, the drums and your guitar or whatever it is that you're recording, and you wouldn't need to do anything to any of these. You could just turn the volume up or down basically, and it would sound great. Calma, that's a band that I haven't heard of in a long time. I used to be. Are they kind of like a power metal-y sort of band, or like true metal? Because I went through like a huge power metal phase from like age, I don't know, probably like 13 to 15, and yeah, that's why I listened to them, because Children of Bodom was my favorite band ever back then. That was like the first metal band that I got into, with like screaming and everything. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Children of Bodom was my first metal concert, I think. Actually, no, it wasn't. Ozfest 2005 was my first metal concert, which was a stacked ass year. That was Black Sabbath headlined. In Flames and Shadows Fall were on the main stage. So was Iron Maiden, Black Label Society, and then on the second stage, the small stage, was like Rob Zombie, Killswitch Engage. Right after they released, I think it was right after the end of Heartache. Mastodon when they were touring on Leviathan. Trivium when they were touring on Ascendancy. It's funny, Trivium was actually the first. My friend's dad dropped us off at that show. It was in Camden, New Jersey. Dropped us off at that show, and we walked in, and I had never been to a metal concert before, ever. And I walked in, and Trivium was playing. It was like noon, and I saw their one guitar player with like a Jackson V and like long black hair doing windmills, and I was like, yeah, this is sick. It was like out in the parking lot of the PNC Bank Center, and but yeah, that was my first metal concert. But yeah, anyway, the reason I was talking about that is because Children of Bodom was like my favorite band ever back then. Well, cool. These sound great, and these are just the presets. So if you want to get, surgical with it, and, it's super easy to swap out, snares and stuff. I mean, you just right click and you got, all different options for stuff. It's that easy. The Toontrack stuff is just super intuitive. Like you could know nothing about it, and you can know nothing about recording it, and it would probably still make sense to you after like half hour or an hour. Yeah, sounds great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw like my typical master bus on here. You know what? Yeah, I'll do it anyway. Who cares? I haven't listened to that to Bodum or Kalma in a long time. I remember seeing recently that Bodum was having, well, like, I guess everybody left or so. I don't know what exactly happened, but so yeah, now I have some stuff on the master bus. I'm just gonna dial this in real quick. Is that too loud on your end, guys? Is that okay? Is it coming through clear? Not clipping out or anything? Just a little. Yeah. Maybe I'll back it down a little bit. I don't need to be slamming it that hard. Yeah, let's turn that off for now. Is this stupid, guys? Is this boring? Am I boring the hell out of you right now? I'm having, even though it doesn't look like it, I'm having a lot of fun here. Damn, we got this fucking cooking. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear on here. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Let's cool. Let's check out that one preset that I really liked. I mean, I like all of them, but I think it was this one. Maybe not. No, it wasn't that one. It was Dane. No, what the hell one did I use? I feel like it was one of these. Yeah, this is probably it. Toms are a little too roomy for me personally, but we can check that out here. Let's see, where's that getting sent? Oh, damn, we got top and bottom tom mics. That's why these sound so huge. Yeah, 183 gigabytes. I mean, makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, it sounds pretty sick. Let's check out some of these other presets. So this is these are the Toontrack presets. This one's called Abort. So I'm guessing this is maybe like a Ken Badine kind of type thing. Ooh, yeah. Let's hear some blasts on that. Yeah, it sounds sick. Here's yet another question. When you send demos to your drummer, does he end up keeping a lot of the drum parts, or do they tend to evolve a lot before the final recording? I would say that they evolve slightly. Like I give him full, we give him full creative control over the drum parts. It's just that I guess like being that I program out drums to these songs and then I send them to the guys, I think that they get a little bit of demo-itis where like, they've heard the drums so many times that, what Jared ends up playing is sort of a reflection of what I had written out. Like, he changes like fills and like the feel of things, like, and he in no way like plays exactly what I program, but like I would say, as far as like just keeping the feels of stuff the same, he usually will. Like if a part's double time, it'll stay double time. If it's half time, he'll keep it half time. He doesn't like make big changes like that. He'll usually just do whatever serves the song. But yeah, I mean, most of the time when I'm writing, like I won't take the time to program out really sick fills or whatever. I leave that up to him, because the way I see it, what I do is like I've focused 100% on just like writing the songs. Like I'm not really like zeroing in on like drums specifically. I mean, if there's anything that I'm really focusing on, it's guitar, because I'm a guitar player. But like the first and most important thing for me when I'm writing is the songs. So yeah. Cool. I'm not gonna do all these. I'll just cattle. Maybe that's like a cattle decapitation kind of thing. The Dentex kit. Check it out. Yeah. Big, huge toms on this thing. Does sound good. Yeah, sounds sick. Ooh, I wonder if this is like a blood red throne kind of thing. such a dork with that kind of stuff. Like I'll see things that are named things. I'm like, I wonder if that's what they were thinking about. Ooh, that sounds very ignorant, like in a good way. Yeah. Yeah, I like big, stupid sounding kick drums like that for death metal. When I say something is stupid, usually I mean it's cool. When I say something is ignorant, I mean it's very cool. So, yeah, I have a dumb vocabulary. Yeah, I don't like that snare sound, but that would be good on probably like on a more rock song. All right, so yeah, that's the death kit. Those are just the presets. And like I said, I don't have a lot going on here. Uh, you know, EQ wise or anything. I mean, I'm just like got a little tiny, boost on the high end, teeny, even smaller boosts on the low end. These are pretty much off, so they're not like really adding anything to it. Some light compression, probably like half a dB whenever. Yeah, I mean, the needle's barely moving. So yeah, I don't really, and then, as far as my master bus, this is my kind of like default EQ for my master section. It's just a top end lift and it kind of tightens up the bottom end a little bit. This just adds some, console harmonics and whatnot. So yeah, this is pretty much what you get out of the box. Let's check out the darkness kit though. This is the 2 Madsen kit. And the cool thing about this kit and the cool thing about the studio that it's called Ant Farm Studios that 2 Madsen has, he records his drums in a old swimming pool. Like you can see it here in the graphics. So it has like a very unique sound, I'm guessing, because it's recorded, in a area that's, submerged below where the rest of the room sits, and it has like, tiles on either side. So it's probably got a pretty specific sound. Kneels and roll the bones. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, cool. So that's just the default sound. This is not a preset. This is just the straight up kit with nothing on it. And like these kits where, they're like, for example, this is just like the default, like it says here, default. This would be like if I were to do like a multi-out and then like EQ everything on the fly on individual tracks, I would just use this sound because it's just the straight up, basically the unprocessed drum samples. So yeah, I mean, it's a great starting point. But yeah, let's go through some presets, see what they sound like. The Aarhus Abyss kit. That is in Denmark, I think. I think we played a show there once in that city. Wow, yeah. So yeah, he did 2 Madsen recorded the last I think he did the last Meshuggah record. Let's see. For those of you that don't know who he is, let's read off some of his album credits. Here we go. Wow. Starting in 97. Let's go to some of his more recent stuff. Okay. The Violent Sleep of Reason from Meshuggah. He did. Scroll back a little bit. Oh, yeah, Dark Tranquility, The Agonist, Becoming the Archetype, Moonspell, uh, Sick of It All, August Burns Red, Ectomorph, Extol, The Haunted, Aborted. This band called Maroon. I thought I was going to say Maroon 5. I was like, what, are you kidding me? Yeah, so he's obviously, got some pretty sick ass records that he's done. Are you talking about the kick drum? Or my voice, the bass echo? Yeah, much different dynamic than the Mark Lewis kit. Very clearly two separate locations. But that's good. You're getting, basically two rooms. Oh yeah. Yeah, big fat ass bass drum there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, huge. Oh man, the thing that's blowing me away the most about this expansion though are those cymbals. They got to be the best. That ride sounds real good. That Chino and the Mark Lewis kit sounded ridiculous. All right, let's check out another preset here. Here's the R House Abyss 2. I'll let it load up. Yeah, we'll do these, and then I'll maybe I'll open up the session with the tune that we were working on together, and then we can go through and maybe see how it works in a mix. Let me switch back to this real quick. I'm gonna turn my camera settings to a little bit brighter because it's getting dark here. All right. If it gets any darker, I'll just turn some lights on. All right. Actually, I'll be right back. Just give me like 2 minutes. Hey guys, yeah, I turned the light on. Let me readjust my settings here. Sorry. All right, cool. That's probably okay. Okay. Let's get back to it. Ooh. Sorry. All right, so this is the second preset for the Two Madsen kit. These are definitely much like, not bigger, that because then that makes it seem like the Death expansion is sounds like too tight or claustrophobic, which it doesn't. These just have a different quality to them, like looser maybe. There's tons of low end on that though. It sounds huge. Let's try this Black Beast kit. I'm guessing that's got something to do with Black Beauty. It's a big file. It's like 4,000, almost 4,000 megabytes. Wow. You know, maybe since Two Madsen did the Meshuggah stuff, I should grab some Meshuggah MIDI, which I have. This one? Yeah. What Meshuggah song should we put on drums? Should we do Lethargica, Electric Red, Bleed, Stenga, Pravis, Closed Eye Visuals, Sane, Rational Gaze, Charles Pull Random. Sorry, I'm like giving you guys a million options here. Mouth Licking What You've Bled, Future Breed Machine. I don't know. What song do you guys want? What should I throw on here for drums? Just pick one. Combustion, Future Breed Machine, Mouth Licking What You've Bled, Straw Pulls at Random, Bleed. All right, why not? Let's just do it. All right, let's do Bleed. So that's 210. Yeah. Oh, not 212, 210. Is that fast? Whoa, no, it's not. Okay, let's 115. All right. Sorry. There we go. That's more like it. Very, very, very huge low end on that one. I don't know if all those kicks are doing too much good for the way that this is EQ'd right now. What do you think they were thinking when they wrote that? That's stuff I like. That's the stuff that I'll just kind of wonder about, like just what it was like to be the fly on a wall for some big moment in a genre like that. Super fat sounding. It sounds great though. Let's see. This is another one. The Metalworks kit. These are big files. Damn. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting the vibe that all the presets, all the two Madsen presets are like just way bigger low end. And I'm guessing that has to do with the pool that they were recorded in. White light kit. We'll check some other presets out then with the Toontrack ones. Wow, this is probably the biggest file I've ever seen for a Superior Drummer 3 preset. I might, I think I'm going to grab a different groove real quick just because I want to get one that kind of shows off the toms a little bit. Is it Electric Red? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, let's check this out just because it kind of shows off a little bit more of the kit, I guess. This is 110. Cool. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of, because of the bleed, the fast kicks, you're getting quite a bit of bass build up there. So I would have to, if I were to use that, preset with, tons of kicks like that song, I would probably go in and adjust the velocity, maybe automate the volume down a little bit, just so you don't get that bass build up that happens when you got super fast kicks going on. Let's see. You know what this kick kind of reminds me of? And this might be sort of a deep cut because I know it wasn't a very popular record. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was not as well received as some of their other records. But these kits kind of remind me of the sound that A Perfect Circle got on Eat the Elephant, their newest record, which is coincidentally my favorite A Perfect Circle record. Don't tell anybody, but I love the production on that record. And this kit actually reminds me, the general sound of these two Madsen kits reminds me of the character that the drums had on that record. So I would probably, if I'm just like going off of my like initial knee-jerk reaction here, I'd probably be more likely to use the Death kit for like more like impactful metal stuff, and I'd probably use the Darkness kit for like like more like big open sounding stuff, like not necessarily rock, but just like less like super tight and focused sounding stuff, because I love some of my favorite drums in music were, John Bottom's drums. Say what you want about, Led Zeppelin's reputation as a live band or whatever, but I think that some of the sounds that John Bottom got were just, When the Levee Breaks is like, that's rock and roll, man. And I'm getting a similar vibe from these kits here. Dude, the cymbals on this sound insane. This is definitely, from what I've used, this is the best sounding overhead capture that I think I've heard on a virtual drum kit. Yeah, What other genres we got? We got an 18-inch here. I like that better, I think. Anyway, sounds really good. Yeah, I mean it's hard. I like all of them. That was the first one that was the first record that I heard by them. I think one of the dudes in the band was doing a late night drive, and I was like, in the back of the van or whatever, and I heard 3 Libras, and I was like, what the hell is this? This is sick. And they were like, it's a perfect circle. And from there I got into 13th Step, which is obviously, they don't have that many records, so but another great record. And but you know what, I really like that new one. Like I said, it's not a fan favorite, but I think the production value on that record is some of the best that have come out of the rock genre in recent years. It's a very expensive sounding record, which I'm a fan of records that sound like big high budget albums, and that one definitely does sound like that. Yeah, I mean, these sound great. I mean, if you would have given this to me in 2011, when I was starting my whole journey with, recording and whatever, I would have, my head would have fallen off my shoulders. It's insane that this is not a real drummer. Like this is a computer program, essentially. The sounds were captured by a real drummer on a real kit by, professionals that are incredibly good at what they do, but it's crazy. That's one of my favorite things. Just a side note, since this is Thomas Hawk playing drums here, this is one of my favorite things that he does are whatever you want to call this. Just going to town with the toms, like just full surround sound, just grooving on the toms. That's like probably one of my favorite, things that Meshuggah does on a consistent basis. I just love like his usage of like the toms. It's like it's got this like really sick, tribal thing going on. That's really, really, really interesting. All right, cool. So that's all the 2 Madsen presets. Let's check out some of the Toontrack ones for whatever, just to check them out. Aggro. Damn, bro, don't get aggro with me. Okay. Yeah, not as big sounding as the last one. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's sick that you're getting 2 very different libraries here in one. Like they could have just as easily, sold, each of these for $179, but you're getting 2 at once for that price. I think that's a great deal. Sounds pretty sweet. In the pool. I'll let it load up. Damn, I did a very adult thing. I replaced the ear pads on my studio headphones. I just ordered like factory replacements for these Audio-Technica headphones that I use. The old ones were like falling apart, so every time I'd wear them, I would get these, little black flakes all over my face. and kind of sucks. So bought these for like $20 or something and swapped them out. Super sick upgrade because now I don't have to buy new headphones. Yeah, these all sound great. Let's you know what? Let's close this session out here, and I'll open up the song that we were working on the other day. I might lose you guys here because I'm gonna have to mess with the. I might lose you audio wise here because I'm gonna have to adjust the buffer, and Voice Meter Banana doesn't really seem to like when people use it. Oh, and by the way, the other day when I was tracking, I noticed, I was looking back at the stream from the other day, and I know I was having like a pretty bad problem with latency, but I think I kind of figured out what was going on. Whenever I would be playing along to the drum kit instead of the click, my guitar was like 3 seconds off of the drums, and it sounded super horrible and super embarrassing. So like, if you guys are watching the other day, sorry about that. To me, it sounded like I was playing in time, but I guess since the drums are software based, you guys were hearing those like at a different time than my guitar because my guitar is plugged directly in. So like everything was kind of out of whack. So I think from now on, I'm going to have to track to the click, unfortunately, because it seems like that's the only way to keep everything synced up. All right, let's open this bad boy up and see what kind of problems we have with Voice Meter. How's everybody doing? You guys are kind of quiet today. Am I boring the shit out of you? I'm sorry, I keep saying that. I shouldn't keep saying that. Hello. Welcome. You just showed up as we're opening up this project file. So, ooh, do I still have audio? Oh, it's still working. That's weird. But of course it doesn't play. So what we're doing today is taking a look at the new expansion for Superior Drummer 3 that just came out a couple of months ago called Death and Darkness. It's Mark Lewis and Tu Madsen's expansion that they did with Toontrack. And we were just going through some presets for like the first hour and 49 minutes here of what the kit sounds like by itself. But now I just opened up my the song that I've been working on with you guys for the last couple of sessions, and we're gonna see if we can throw a different drum sound on it using the new pack. Can't believe I just did that. Closed it as soon as it was. All right, what's going on here? Why is this not playing? This is usually stuff I do before I get on here with you guys. But we're in this together. Try switching. Okay. The progression on this project has been much faster than Winter Sun on his Time albums. I'm not gonna go there. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is just like kind of a, you know, stream of consciousness, kind of whatever comes to me, we're rolling with it. All right, yeah, let's I'll just let it play so that you can hear what we got so far. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna do any writing today, really, because I'm just like, I feel pretty dumb today because my allergies are just like making my head all fuzzy. But let's listen to it, and then we'll throw some drum sounds in and see if we can get like a new drum mix going on. Cool. So that's what we got so far. I just basically want to drop in a different drum sound and see how we can maybe blend in a little bit of this new expansion pack that we've been working with. See how it sounds. So yeah, right now I just have like my preset that I've been using. There's something weird about this preset that I use, though, that I started noticing. I started noticing it a couple months ago. I mean, it's not, for pre-production stuff, it's not really a big deal. But I don't know if you guys can hear this on your end, but there's this like weird ringing, and it must be. I don't know if it's on the sample or what, but here, listen. Is it on the snare? Let me see. Oh, it's not doing it now. Oh, there it is. You hear it? Like, it's kind of... Yeah, it's weird. It's barely noticeable, though, in the mix. Superior. This is Superior Drummer 3. This is just the factory kit, so I don't actually know. Let me look it up. Superior Drummer 3. $400. But, I mean, you get, like, I've only been using the default Superior Drummer 3 sound for, like, since it's come out, basically. I mean, you get so much stuff with it. I mean, you get, Bob Rock presets, Andy Sneap presets, Mark Lewis presets, George Massenburg presets, as well as, like, under the metal section here, you have stuff that's like, you have an Iowa kit. There's so much. You don't need anything else. I mean, this default, the factory kit is like plenty. But yeah, we're going over this new kit that they released called Death and Darkness, which is Mark Lewis, Two Madsen collaboration. MT Power drum kit. I've actually never heard of that. Who is the company called? MT Power? All right, let's pull up the Mark Lewis one. Oh, it's a free drum kit. Cool. Yeah, I have a lot of free software that I use that's really good. It's crazy that what's out there now, just for free. All right, let me pull up a preset here. I can't remember which one I liked. Let's try the Dane kit. Computer. Well, not my computer, but voice meter's sweating right now. Try a different kit. Slightly quieter mix than the other one. I'm gonna be a shithead and turn up the snare because I just like for death metal, I just like a real dumb loud snare. Let's see. X snare. I guess this is just. That's the snare bus. Hang on. Let's actually, I'm going to go into my settings here, or my mixer here. Where's my drums? There they are. Yeah, I mean that's let's see. Oh yeah. We'll have to go through. Speaking of like piano VSTs and stuff, I just downloaded all of the Spitfire audio, the Labs. I think it's called the Labs series. It's all free, um, and it sounds really good. Especially this, there's this one in there. It's a felt piano, and it sounds so sick. We'll have to do some more like plug-in or like library geared stuff soon. I mean, I don't want to just use this channel to like only do like death metal stuff. I kind of just want to use it to, you know, for general creativity and just see where it goes. And you know, metal's just part of like, you know, what it is that I do. So I'd like to get into some other stuff too. Later, Jason. Good to see you, man. All right, let's open this up real quick. I'm probably going to turn off the room mics for the kicks just because I like a pretty tight kick sound. Or direct, should I say. Let me find it though. Gotta find it though. Let's see. Okay, so those are just kick. Yeah, it's pretty sick what you can do in this mixer here. Okay, this is probably what I'm looking for. Yeah, you know what? Make a huge difference. What I'm doing now is I'm just I have this tab over here open, and this allows me to like control what bleed I'm hearing on you know, each microphone. So part of for those of you guys that aren't into like recording super deeply, basically how it works when you're recording, you know, drum kit is because it's like, you know, part of a drum kit sound is how it sounds in a room. And, you know, there's so many microphones so close together that you're going to get some bleed. And that's actually like a desirable thing. I'm just like looking for I'm hearing like a weird frequency in the kick. Where's that? Let me see. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just make a little loop of just the kick here so I can figure out where that bleed is coming from. It's a great sounding kit. I'm just looking for a slightly more claustrophobic kick sound for this tune. All right, let's just bring that back there. All right, cool. All right, put this up. Sorry, I know that's annoying. Okay. Where am I hearing that? That room. Nope. I think that's where I'm hearing it. It's here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Also, I might take it out of the snare as well, because you're hearing that. You're hearing that snare rattling on the bottom. Let's see. Can I open that? No. Snare bottom, probably. Snare bottom, yeah. Nope. So yeah, like I know Mark Lewis does this a lot, but a lot of times what guys will do when they're tracking like metal stuff is they'll either use a kick pad, like a trigger basically, instead of using a kick drum, because that'll allow them to, you know, sound replace stuff a lot easier without having to deal with kick bleed. So I'm basically just trying to achieve that through this. All right, this might be good. Maybe I'll turn, let's see what it sounds like by, still have it soloed. Okay, let's see what it sounds like over here now. I still think the whole kit should be turned up a little bit. Yeah, it sounds pretty good so far. I mean, this is, you know, very on the fly right here. I'm not really getting too surgical with anything. Yeah, snare sounds great. Might be a little too much reverb on the toms for me, personally. Where's a fill? Let me find a fill in here. Turn the reverb down a little bit. I think the kick could be a little more, excuse me, a little more triggery for this song at least. Maybe not though. It sounds pretty sick. So that's the... Let's see. That might be more what I'm looking for. Gretsch. Square badge. Let's hear the other ones just for the hell of it. Got a little sub ring out at the end of there. I think I like this one. Just for this song, you know. Let's hear it. It's loud. Hang on. Turn that down a little. Let me see. Might just be the master I want to turn down here. Yo, what up? How's it going? Just doing some experimentation with this new Toontrack expansion here. Alright, let me go. Just trying to get this balanced since I brought in a new kick sound. Maybe I will bring some of that reverb back. It sounds real nice, especially on the snare. It's a lot on the toms though. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. Ah, perfect. I can adjust the tom reverb independently. All right. Sorry, it's not what I was looking for. You know, the cool thing about all this is that, like, if I just wanted, you know, the overhead sound of this library, or I just want to, the kick sound from this library or the toms or whatever, I could just take that and put it on my already existing kit that I have. So that's kind of the cool part and the flexibility of all this Toontrack stuff. All right, let's I still have all the same EQ settings here from my previous kit, so I want to adjust these a little bit. Oops. Hey, what up? How you doing? Just doing a little mixing here. Just trying out some new drum software. Dork stuff. This pack was released, I think in November of last year, because Toontrack usually does Metal Month in November. So I'm assuming it was November. Yeah, November sounds about right. So yeah, this is a little kind of behind. I'm kind of behind, but I just got it, so I figured, I'd do an unboxing. And man, that China sounds so good. It's a 22-inch sound like. Nah, definitely the 20-inch. So actually, you know what? Now that let me see here. Now that I've kind of figured out where that bleed was coming from, I wonder what would happen if I brought the kick back into the room mics. Hell yeah. Yeah, all the new Toontrack stuff is just absolutely ridiculous. The production value behind this stuff is like, the presentation is worth the price alone. It's, yeah, I continue to be blown away by the stuff that they're releasing. Ooh, yeah. Sounds so good. Let's check out some different snares. So right now it's on the bell brass. Let me see actually, how much does... Okay, that's negative. Alright, so the main one is the bell brass. Let's try the Tama bell brass. Let's just keep checking the Tom Bell Brass Series 1980s. Hail Sweden. Hell yeah. We were just in Sweden. That was one of the last places that we were before this virus happened. Sweden is great. I love it there. We went to the In Flames bar there. The hell is it called? The Rush album. Come on, Brody. You're blowing it right now. Someone's going to tell me what it's called before I find it. No, 2112, of course. Yeah, the In Flames restaurant there, 2112. We went there with some of the dudes in Orbit Culture. Got some beers and some food. That was really cool. Saw you guys recently with Die Artist Murder, Fit for an Autopsy, Carnifex, and I Am. You guys were awesome. Thanks. That was a cool. That was probably the biggest. Some of the biggest shows that we've ever played as a band on that tour. That was a good tour for everybody, I think. Yeah. No, you're right. It is. It's made in Umeå, Sweden, I think it is. But these libraries were recorded in different places around the world. The one that I'm using right now, I think, was recorded in Texas, and the other one was recorded in Denmark. But yeah, they're based out of Sweden. All right, so that was the 80s snare. Let's see the high tune one. I probably won't like this. It cuts through, but I like a much more, I guess I do like lower tune snares. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. Unfortunately, with the way social media works, you can put a message out, but, not everybody's going to see it just because of, they basically pick and choose who gets to see that, Instagram and Facebook and everything. So we were promoting the hell out of the tour, but not everybody was seeing our posts, I'm assuming. Ooh, I really like that one. The Sonar Cast Bronze. These all sound ridiculous. That's a piccolo snare, apparently. When I think of piccolo, I think of Chris Adler. But still sounds pretty fat. Yeah. Bronze steel. That sounds sick. We did that one already. Cast iron. Whoa. Sounds pretty tight. Bloodwood Black Beauty. I usually like these, but it's different in every pack. Yeah. Yeah, I it's probably just how it's tuned. Like it sounds like it's tuned a little lower. Oh, and this is even lower. Okay. Sounds pretty fat, actually. Let me see. It's not cutting through the way I want it to, though. I think I really liked this one. The Sonar Artist Series Cast Bronze. sounds pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm still like working on this a little bit. Let's just turn the general level of the snare up a little bit. I feel like that might have something to do with it. I feel like the snare could use a little more reverb now. Maybe. Let's see. Can find a pretty good balance between kick and snare on blast parts. Everybody hanging in there? Might be too loud now. Compressor nice. Yeah, that's usually a pretty good indicator if I've got my, like if I'm rolling with a new sound. If I've got my if it's hitting my compressor the way I want it to, it means I've got it dialed in pretty close to how I would normally have my stuff set up. And it is. I'm getting about 3 dB of gain reduction every time I get a snare hit. It's actually very clean too. Normally I would have some pollution on the kick, but this is a very clean. It's a well balanced kit. Cool. That's sounding pretty tight, honestly. With very little tweaking. I mean, keep in mind these drums. I just have a stereo out going on, so any of the mixing stuff that I've done, which is mostly just level adjustment and reverb, how much reverb we're getting, and some bleed stuff. It's all just coming out of one stereo bus, so I'm not really tweaking it that much from what you would get with the what you'd be getting with your when you would buy it right off the shelf. Quick composition question: if I've been playing guitar for a while but don't know much theory at all, what should I focus on learning to write better parts, transitions between riffs? Sorry, let me read that again. What should I focus on learning to write better part transitions between riffs and sections? I mean, I wouldn't say that, theory really plays into your ability to write effective transitions or songs. I feel like it's just kind of like an added tool in your toolbox. I guess just kind of try to pay attention to I guess like all the things that are way more obvious than you would think. Like, if you have like super abrupt tempo changes, like maybe don't I'm trying to think of like a good way to answer your question. Just keep things in, like, really just like try to like listen to stuff from an objective point of view, and be real with yourself. Like, I remember when I used to write stuff, I would just be like super married to the idea of, a transition, like one part coming right after the next part, because that's how I, figured it out, and that's how it's going to be. Like, I want it, this is how I wrote it out the first time, and I think it sounds good that way. Be open to like accepting that you can, make stuff better. I would say, because so much of my writing process has to do with what we're doing right here, with having a virtual drum kit and a virtual bass open, like basically having a whole band available virtually here. My process is like, it relies pretty heavily on this, because like if I'm having trouble stringing two parts together, a lot of times I'll just grab like a preset MIDI groove and experiment with like different fills. I mean, like this part here, going from this, which is just kind of like a rock beat, I don't know. I think drums are a big part of having effective transitions, because if you have like if you have like no fill, or you have like a super abrasive fill, it can like kind of like ruin how like a transition happens. But I guess just, try to, when you're writing, just try to think of like what serves the song the best. Like, I know I always run into the issue where I'll start throwing riffs in, because I think more riffs the merrier. But really, when I like look back at it after I've like thrown it all together, I'll be like, man, I don't really need to add all this stuff. Like, I'm pretty good with like what I had before. Like, a good example is my band Rivers of Nile. We have a song called The Silent Life, and that song, we play that same riff, that dun 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 dun. We play that same riff for most of that song, and we get away with it, because like you have to consider like vocals are going to be brought in, and drum fills and stuff, and like you have to, like, I guess you have to just when you're writing, just consider the bigger picture, like that. Even like as a guitar player, it's not your responsibility to carry the weight of the entire band and like figure out every single little thing. Sometimes just keeping in mind that you are in a band, and that there's other people in your band that are going to do their jobs, is a good way to think, because it allows for more breathing room with writing and stuff. I don't know if that's a good answer or not, but I hope it helped a little bit. I would say just keep it simple when it needs to be simple, and turn it up when it doesn't. More oftentimes than not, keeping it simple is and I don't mean like super boring, easy, open chugs or whatever. I just mean like, sometimes overthinking it is what gets you into that creative hole. For me especially, if I overthink stuff, spend too much time on one section, I usually end up just going down a rabbit hole, and 3 hours later I come out and I don't have anything new done. So sometimes if you get stuck on something, just move on and come back to it. A big part of my process after a day of writing is to like bounce it out, put it on in my headphones, and then listen to it at night when I'm like making dinner or whatever, and just like think about things that could be better, like transitions, relate transitions to like as far as transitions specifically, maybe try relating your transitions to like the riff that precedes it or the riff that follows it, or maybe combine a little bit of the elements of each part into the transition. There's so many different ways you could look at it, but I would say consider what it's following and consider what it's preceding, and don't overthink it, because at least for me, whenever I overthink stuff, it doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, when you get you said you feel like when you get done with a song, it's a bunch of riffs that are just kind of smashed together. Yeah, I mean, I would say just consider small ways to relate riffs to each other. Like in The Silent Life, that song starts off with this chord here, and then in the main riff it's and there's that chord again, and then we harp on that whole riff for quite a while. Like the second time that riff repeats, or that whole section cycles, instead of doing that, we do so we just kind of like turn the riff on its head and like changed it ever so slightly to make it different, but also make it relate to the other riff that it came after. And then like the solo section of that song uses that same chord, but there's delay on it. It's the same chord, and then the part that's after that is so just like sneaking little things from other parts of the song into each riff has been one of my tricks, I guess. I hope that helps. it's sounding pretty sick. I'm gonna actually save this preset that I have here. Oops. That's hella reverb on that snare, but I'm kind of into it. Cool. I'm glad that helped. I think something similar can be done with rhythm and tempo too. Yeah, I mean, when I'm writing, like, I could probably count on one hand how many songs in our discography have like actual like tempo changes. Like there will be parts where we'll go from like, 120 beats per minute to 240, or from 120 to 60, like, half time to double time and all that. But there's probably only like 5 or 6 songs maybe in our discography where like we'll have a straight up, tempo change. Just because like a lot of times, like I feel like when I have like an idea kind of rolling, a lot of times like abruptly changing the tempo is I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Granted, there are cases where it serves the song. Like we have a song called Subtle Change, which is like a very chaotic proggy kind of song, and the tempo changes in that song really aid to the they really like aid the chaos of that entire tune, just kind of unpredictable nature of it. So it really depends what you're going for, but yeah, a lot of times like changing up tempos can make stuff feel like way more riff salady than it needs to be. In my experience at least. Bellacore. I've never actually listened to that band. I've never actually heard of them. Sounds like what Gandalf says when he opens up the mines of Moria. Belloc. Is that what he's saying? Belloc? Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds pretty tight. That, the cast bronze. Yeah, no, I have no complaints about these, about the room or the overheads. That's, sounds great. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Let me save that again. All right. Yeah, I think that, I mean, maybe if I do the, I'm just curious. I don't normally do this, but I wonder if I change, so that's bell brass, and this is cast bronze. I wonder what happens if I change from bell brass to like something different. This sounds pretty tight. I don't know. Do I like it better than it was on bell brass, right? It's not making a huge difference. What did I have it on? Yeah, and like when you have like it layered like this, the changes that you're making on like, you know, this one here, the articulation is set to rim shot on this one. It's real subtle. Yeah, that sounded pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, I just ended up, basically the only changes I made were I adjusted some of the bleed on the overheads, some of the reverb levels, and I switched from this 90s Yamaha to this 80s 16 by 24. And then on the snare, I swapped out. Well, the first one in the stack is this cast bronze. I left the second one the same. That's just, I don't know, Death and Darkness snare 5, and then this one is the cast bronze as well. Ooh, caught that. But yeah, let's see. feel like with the low tune Black Beauty contrasting this I think it actually makes it poke out in a nicer way. Let me hear that again. Yeah, it sounded pretty good. So yeah, that's the Death and Darkness kit. I just figured, like I said, I got it yesterday, got it installed, didn't open it at all. Thought I'd take you guys through what I thought. I'd just show you some presets and some stuff that you get right out of the box. Like I said, I'm not really doing anything to this extreme, just some light lift on the high end, a little tightening up on the low end, some light compression. But yeah, I mean, this is generally, you get this right out of the box. I mean, I loaded up one of Mark's presets and just tweaked it a teeny tiny bit to match, my mix that I have going on right now. And I think it sounds great. Definitely super in love with the room and the overheads on these kits. Every snare, I mean, on here sounds great. Very sick expansion. Would recommend. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna kind of wind it down here. If you guys have any questions, some last minute questions, throw them at me. I'd be happy to answer. Yeah. Sorry, I'm bad at narrating. Let me just throw this on real quick. This Sonar Works. I've actually been thinking about grabbing the room treatment for Sonar Works so I can do the room adjustment. You buy a microphone and it sends out pulses from your studio monitors, so like you can have a room like mine that's completely untreated, and it'll get you close. It like does this crazy EQ thing. Been thinking about snagging that recently. consider sharing that preset? Yeah, totally. I'll absolutely share this. If any of you guys, can I share files in here? Is that something that you can do? How do you do that? I don't know. I've actually never. Let me see. Hey, thank you. Thanks for the sub. Thanks. 29. Fucking made it. Yeah, you know what? It'll let you find the preset file on your system. Here, you know what? I think I can also... Oh, here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I'll copy and paste. Yeah. Yeah, just, so like, how do I give, can I like attach, sorry, I'm very new to this. Can I send an attachment in the chat here? Is that possible, or would I have to email it? I mean, I can email it to you, or Facebook it or whatever. But if there's a way that I could put it in here, that would probably be easiest, huh? Let me know. I don't know. No, okay. Yeah, if you guys are, if you want me to send you the preset that I used, just send me, maybe use Dropbox. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, here. I'm gonna switch to this screen just because I don't want you guys seeing my top secret files. AKA new album stuff. All right, uploading. Brody Death Kit. Brody Death Kit sounds like I died. Get shareable link. Oops. I destroyed every. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Make sure I'm sending you the right thing. Yeah. There you go. Sweet. Yeah, no problem. I love stuff like that. That you can just share presets. Whoa, what happened to my desktop? That's weird. It just turned black. Must be something bad about to happen. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, just a couple of tweaks and I'm pretty much rocking here. right, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on how these drums sound. I'll yeah, I'll probably just leave them, honestly. Um, from what I had. All right, cool guys. Well, I'm going to bail out. Hope to jump on here maybe sometime this weekend, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Um, yeah, I've been like I said, I've been feeling kind of shitty with these seasonal allergies, so I haven't really had too much time to think about where I want to go with this song. But I think next time we'll probably do some writing. But yeah, I mean, if hopefully you guys enjoyed, this kind of product review demo thing I did. I hope to do some more of these because I'm such a huge fan of just different libraries, not just for drums but for everything. So hopefully we'll do some more of this stuff in the future. But thanks for oh yeah, and Easy Bass. Hopefully that'll be coming. Well, whenever it comes out, I think I'll be able to snag it the day it comes out. But yeah, guys. Good to see everybody. And yeah, thanks for everyone that followed and subscribed and everything. And I'll be back. I'll be back soon. So yeah, guys. Peace out. I'll see y'all later.